Hey, what's going on, you guys? Welcome. Today, I want to go ahead and talk about older versus younger, because if somebody is older than you, right, it means that they have more life experience than you. It means that they have more wisdom than you. It means that they've been there and done that, and they have a couple things to talk to you about or to teach you about. Um, and if you're younger than them, well, then maybe it's time to sit back and listen, right? All these different things that we were all told growing up. But here's the thing, and I believe my dad said something to me about this early. Well, this wasn't his exact phrase, but I'm just gonna paraphrase a little bit. There's a whole lot of people that are sitting in prison right now that are older than me, that don't have any life experience because maybe they did something horribly wrong when they were younger, and so they never really got that breeze. They never really got that sunlight. They never went on their first date. They never got their driver's license. They never got their first job, really. Well, I mean, people in prison have jobs, but I'm talking about like a real one outside of prison that pays you at least minimum wage. So they've just never gotten that. But a lot of them are older than me. But so what? The only thing that really matters is what kind of perspective do you have? What kind of attitude do you have about life? Because I've talked to quite a few people that are much younger than me, that I listen to them and go, yeah, you know what? I never really thought about it that way. Like I was just talking to this young girl yesterday. She just turned 18, and I think she's on her last year of high school, from what she told me. And when she graduates, she's going to go to school to study criminology, and then she's going to go into the police academy. She wants to be a cop. But I had a conversation with her yesterday, and man, some of the things that were coming out of her mouth, I very seldom ever hear that from a 38-year-old or a 48-year-old or a 58-year-old. It doesn't really matter how much older than you are, how much older you are than somebody else is. How do you live your life? What does your past look like? What does your current situation look like? If somebody is 22 years old and they earn a 7-figure salary, they run their own business, but you're over here, you're 58 years old, and you live in a small apartment, and you're just barely getting by, and but you're just force feeding all of your quote unquote advice onto this 22-year-old that is perhaps much more successful than you, and it probably means that they have something figured out that you don't have figured out. And the same thing goes for me. For a 22-year-old that is successful like that, and given that I'm 10 years older than that person, you would think I have much more to give, and I have more to offer than the 22-year-old does. But that's not always the case. I think it's a moot point. I think it's beyond ridiculous. Just this whole narrative that just because somebody is a few decades older than you, that you have to listen to every single word that comes out of their mouth, when we all know that that's not true. Again, what really matters is, how do you carry yourself? What kind of decisions have you made in the past? And I'll admit, most of my decisions that I've made, a few years ago when I was younger, not the best decisions, which is what led me to being here. not saying that, you know, I like my life, you know, like I wake up every day, I have a roof over my head, I make okay money, you know, I'm able to, you know, at least pay the bills, just barely, but at least I'm able to pay the bills. But it could be a lot better, and it could be a lot better as a result of some of the past decisions that I made. But that doesn't mean that I can't make better decisions today, right? And that I can't make better decisions in the future. I think we all get so wrapped up in this shoulda, coulda, woulda, you know. If I had done this when I was 25, maybe I'd be much more successful at 30. Or if I had done X, Y, and Z when I was 35, then maybe I'd be in a much better position at 40, you know. And it just keeps going. It doesn't really matter how old you are when you get to a certain point, just as long as you get there, right? And although my life right now isn't a normal life, you know, like, I mean, I'm in my 30s now. There's plenty of people my age that, you know, they have well-established careers, they're married, they have kids now, and I don't have any of that stuff. And so that was sort of what I brought up in the conversation yesterday that I had with a young woman. Was hey, like, I when I was younger, I chose the path of entrepreneurship. I dropped out of college, and the rest is history. But it's really hard. It's been taking a lot of years, and you know, I'm just not able to live the life that other people get to live, you know, because I chose the path of least resistance. I chose a much harder path. And that's what I told her. And I even told her how frustrating it can be sometimes, and how demoralizing it can be. And then she just gave me some of the best advice that I think I've ever heard from anybody ever. Not even people that are a few decades older than me. So anyway, guys, just some perspective for you. I just wanted to share with you guys my thoughts on you know, like just this asinine narrative that just because you're older means that you're smarter, and that you're wiser than somebody, and if you're younger than somebody means that you're much dumber and that you're much less experienced than that person is, just because they're older. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, share it with your friends and your family. Subscribe to me on YouTube at Collectively Fearless. Follow me on Instagram at itsmatty_ice to get more daily videos like this. And as always, I will see you guys again next time.